Imagine a friend asks you to co-sign a loan for a brand new car. When you put your name on that dotted line, you take on a massive financial risk. If they miss a payment, your credit takes the hit. Now imagine a complete stranger walks up to you on the street and asks you to co-sign that exact same loan. They have zero credit history, and you have no idea if they are reliable. Naturally, you would walk away. In the professional world, recommending someone for a job works exactly the same way. When a current employee vouches for you, they are essentially co-signing your career. So when you send a cold message to a stranger online and immediately ask for a job referral, you are asking them to gamble their own professional reputation on you. Because they have no proof of your track record, they almost always say no. This forces most people through what we call the front door. You polish your resume, upload it to an online portal, and sit quietly, hoping a recruiter eventually calls you back. The problem is that front door is essentially a lottery. You are standing in a crowded line with hundreds of other people, and to the automated software scanning the applications, your resume looks identical to everyone else's. But there is another way in. The most successful candidates bypass that crowded line entirely and slip straight through the back door, entering the company through a VIP entrance. People love to say it's not what you know, it's who you know. While having the right connections opens that back door, the modern tech market actually requires you to have both the skills and the relationships. To survive and actually land an offer, you cannot wait quietly in a hopeless line. You have to actively build both your capabilities and your network from scratch. This brings us to phase 1 of our playbook. You start by working directly for the Rework nonprofit as a sales representative. Instead of practicing in a classroom, you do the actual job to build your professional stats. The first stat you build is performance currency. This is the logged evidence of your work ethic, coachability, and growth. Every action is tracked to prove you can do the work before anyone hires you. This performance dashboard shows the actual progress of a candidate. In the center, they logged over 1,000 touches, individual emails, calls, and messages, proving relentless consistency. And for relationship currency, looking left, we see 212 people added to their growing network. When you reach out, you do not ask these professionals for a job. Instead, you simply ask for 15 minutes of their time to hear how they became successful. Because Rework is a recognized nonprofit, major corporations actively encourage their employees to take these calls. It fulfills their social impact goals, making them eager to sit down and talk with you. Combining this data with real conversations lets you build a career credit score based on work you have actually finished. Once your stats are built, you enter phase 2. You pivot from representing the nonprofit to launching yourself as a professional on the open market. Because you have documented your hard work, Rework can officially co-sign your career. We take your track record and make warm introductions on your behalf. At the same time, those corporate professionals you interviewed already know your work ethic. By asking smart questions, they become inside advocates who eagerly vouch for you. This diagram shows exactly how those inside advocates help you bypass the massive, congested HR filter. Instead of getting stuck in the bottleneck with hundreds of other resumes, your advocate acts as a bridge, carrying your name straight to the hiring manager. You do not need to stand outside the front door hoping to be noticed. Your newly minted career credit secures you an inside recommendation from people already in the building. The immediate outcome of running this playbook is that you bypass the algorithms, land the job offer, and officially become a tech professional. There is a reality to the tech industry. Even if your job title eventually changes to vice president, the core of your work remains building relationships and finding opportunities. You are always operating under the philosophy of the business of one. This means you must continually manage your own skills, track your network of opportunities, and build your personal brand as if you were a standalone, independent company. When you master this approach, you guarantee that you always have control over your own economic mobility, ensuring that you will never have to wait in a crowded line at the front door ever again.